And good morning, YouTube. It's actually evening. I'm late for work as I'm leaving for the second day in a row. That's fabulous. Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023, 7:23 p.m. I didn't sleep well again. Kind of on me, like it took me a while it took me a while before I even really tried to go to sleep, and then I really couldn't go to sleep, and then I went to sleep, and I don't know, woke up like 2 hours later, 3 hours later, couldn't get back to sleep, and I'm not sure when I did finally get back to sleep, but I fell asleep so hard that I didn't even hear my alarms go off. I'm wondering if they even went off on the iPhone, because my iPhone did something weird. Like when I did wake up, and at that point it's like absolute pitch dark, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm late. I wonder what the hell time it is. I wonder how late I actually am. And kind of reaching around the bed, trying to find my iPhone. Because usually it's kind of laying in bed next to me. Usually both the phones, the iPhone and the Obama, are laying in bed near my head. I often go to sleep listening to podcasts or whatever on it. Videos on it. I actually went home listening or went to sleep listening to one of my vlogs, because hey, sometimes I need something really boring that'll put me to sleep, and that works. Go figure. Yeah, the one that I finally got posted from Thursday morning, Thursday early afternoon, that I had to edit. That I had to edit way down to remove the song, which ended up only removing about 2 minutes from it, 2.5 minutes from it, something like that, to remove identifiable traces of Lion Eyes, I think it was, by the Eagles. Because I had the classic rock oldies Station the Wow Factor on. It was just kind of documenting how throughout my day, as I was running several errands, that it was having this weird problem with dead air, which I mentioned in the last video. Anyway, yeah, I figured I'd see if I can actually listen to that whole thing. Yeah, it knocked me out. Knocked me out real quick. I was kind of trying to hear like how well my little edits worked, if it just sounded like it chopped, how that worked out. I mean, I kind of listened to it before I uploaded it, but I don't know, I thought I'd give it another listen to see how the edits worked out. And I don't know, I think I don't know, knocked right out. Anyway, when I woke up and I'm reaching for my iPhone, now I did after that, I grabbed the Obama phone. The Obama phone said that I missed my alarm. I'm going to show what time I missed my alarm at. So it at least apparently when it did its alarm, and I just absolutely slept like a rock right through it. But the iPhone did this really weird thing when I grabbed it. So the screen was still on. Now I've got my iPhone set to where it doesn't ever time out and shut off the screen. So if I fall asleep with it, playing video, or you either playing, like I was playing that as a local file, but yeah, if I fall asleep listening to something on it, when I wake up, the screen will still be on, and the screen, it'll still be whatever app I fell asleep listening to. Try to make a point to always plug it in when I do that. I got charging cords right there by the bed. As long as I fall asleep with it plugged in, I usually wake up with it nearly with a full charge, where it is. And usually the alarm goes off. Usually it wakes me up. And I check my inbox and get on with my day. Well, as I picked it up to look at it, suddenly all these things were coming in on my inbox as if for some reason they were all paused and it was waiting for something to let all those things come in. So I'm kind of curious if the alarms even went off at all, or for some reason some setting or something just caused it to pause everything. Because I got however many hours I was asleep for, I got like that many hours of notices just all just all popping up one after the other as I'm about half awake trying to figure out what the hell time it is. So it was like, I want to say 6:50 something. So yeah, like by the time I finally was like got my eyes focused enough to see what time it was, it's like, oh good, I got to be to work in 10 minutes. Well, that's not happening. Which, whatever. I keep getting pop-ups from Amazon telling me that my UPT is low, but I'm still, I don't know, I think I still had over like 6 hours worth, so not in the negative. I don't know what level of low triggers warnings that I have low UPT. I mentioned in my last video that when I checked on my lunch break that I hadn't taken any UPT for me being, as it turned out, an hour and 31 minutes late. I thought I got in the building a little earlier than that, but no, it said I was an hour and 31 minutes late yesterday. So checking to see, well, it did in fact, after I, noticed the pop-up, and that was this morning, like after work. When I noticed the pop-up, and I checked it, it had taken 2 hours UPT from it. Although when I opened it, it went to a screen I've never seen before that kept showing all these random grants of a few minutes of UPT here and there. So I don't know if HR is like looking at me going, oh, this guy's like one of our, I don't know if those minutes are, if it's what it's showing is the minutes being reimbursed when I apply PTO, or if somebody at HR, perhaps my manager has the approval to do it, is noticing that my UPT is low and realizing that, oh, this guy is a top performer in two critical roles. We probably better make sure we don't lose him. Let's just throw him a little bit, because I saw a bunch of places where it's just like it added a little bit. I'm guessing it's probably just from when I put PTO on it to try and stop myself from losing an hour of UPT over a time period that's less than an hour. But I don't know, I couldn't quite figure out. In that view, it was, I don't know, in that particular view of the app, which I'd never seen before, I couldn't quite figure out. I couldn't really figure it out. It was a little vague. Anyway, decided that I did get, I don't even know if I mentioned this on the last couple of videos, but when I woke up on New Year's Day, before I went to work yesterday, I noticed that I had 10 hours of PTO. And I was expecting to have more than that, because I had a good, solid 8 hours or so that was, or 6 hours, whatever it was, that was supposed to roll over. And it was gone. All I had was the 10 hours that you get when you start the year on New Year's Day. And which I was kind of distressed about that, and then while browsing the Amazon FC subreddit, which I waste entirely too much. Like I don't spend enough time at work, right? Like I'm spending half the time when I'm at home just browsing that subreddit, which in some weird ways feels like being at work. But at least that was a pretty hot topic of conversation. People were saying that it's just normal that the way they do their bookkeeping, that it's normal for everybody's since whether your PTO rolls over at the end of the year and how it rolls over is all based on local law, that system-wise everybody's gets dumped and reset to 10 hours, and then site local HR add it back in or whatever, and it often takes a day or two. Anyway, check that. I checked that this morning. Yeah, all my PTO was there, so that's a good thing. I saw enough people talking about it and saying that that's what happened, and I figured, give it a couple of days, see what happens. So yeah, it's all there. That was a good thing. I ended up just throwing the 31 minutes on it. Not wanting to pass on the right, but the van in front of me is going kind of slow, and I'm exiting soon. Yeah, I saw my PTO was there, and decided to just put the 31 minutes on it so I could keep as much UPT as I could. Yeah, that happened. So obviously I do the same thing today. It's like 30. Always got to put 2 minutes on my clock. So this is 33, 34, so 30, 35 after. Probably gonna end up being about 40 after when I get in the door. When I get in the door into the time clock. So hey, an hour less late than I was yesterday, more or less. That's a good thing. Hey, at least I don't have to worry about hitting that mark of over 60 hours that I was stressed about. So I guess that's a perk. So as I was getting dressed for work a little bit late, just a little bit ago, checked my vlog. Figured I had enough views on the segment with the wow factor cutting out that I'd upload my next segment, which is just me driving. It's a super short one. It's just me driving. Thursday night, driving to Wander Inn, which ended up being a brutally boring night, depressing, semi-lonely night at Wander Inn. But that's a separate tragedy. And wouldn't you know it, that fucker ended up getting blocked worldwide, also because of an Eagles song. I'm not sure which Eagles song, but as short as that video is, I don't think there's going to be much left to it when I edit the Eagles out of it. So I gotta at least open it up in iMovie and see. It's like, is there anything in here worth keeping? It's not gonna be blocked by YouTube. Yeah, to me that's I really hate the way that kind of copyright stuff is handled. Like, I don't have a problem with not being able to monetize something because it's got copyrighted material in the background, but the way publishers like that, particularly the Eagles, and I already didn't like the Eagles, but I'm learning to like them even less. But except of course the Joe Walsh songs, but for some reason those don't ever get blocked. So it's just, at least the cool ones don't get blocked, so that's something. All right, that guy weaving in and out of traffic, passing the truck on the right. Well, actually, one time I saw a semi-truck like that. It had stickers on each side of the trailer. On the left side, it had an arrow pointing to the left, and it said passing side. And on the right side, it had an arrow pointing to the right, and it said suicide. I like that. A lot of people don't seem to get that though. You saw a guy just flying around the truck on his right where he couldn't be seen. Anyway, what was I saying before I got distracted by somebody doing kind of an unsafe pass? Oh man, I'm groggy. Oh yeah, so I need to open that up or probably in my lunch break or whatever and see if there's going to be anything left of that after the video. It just, I don't know. I hate the whole YouTube, that can happen with YouTube. I mean, it's just, if it's just snippets and shit of music in the background, like I can see if I was uploading this song, or if I made a whole video and just used that whole song as the background soundtrack for the video. But just incidental music that's playing on the radio in the background, like that shouldn't. It would seem to me that would fall under fair use or, kind of. It's just incidental noise in the background. It's times like that I just hate copyright law and hate YouTube's automated implementation of copyright law. And I guess I could contest it and just try to say that I was critiquing it or whatever. Reacting to it. I think that's the big loophole, but it's not really worth the hassle. I just listen to it and see if I can edit the little pauses out, see what's left. But now I'm getting even more behind in uploading stuff. So that's Thursday and Friday. God, what the hell day is it? What day is it? Oh my goodness, Tuesday, January 3rd. Week's just zipping right by. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. So yeah, 4 days behind on uploading stuff. Dang, I'm almost to work, so I can't even really talk about anything of substance. Today was a very interesting day. Something very unexpected happened. I did my usual of coming in the door and talking shit to my cats, and a voice answered me. A human voice answered me, which almost gave me a freaking heart attack. And I'm thinking, well, God, no way Priscilla's here. I just let myself in through the deadbolt. She don't have deadbolt keys. And I walk into the living room, and there's my daughter, older daughter, just sitting on the couch. And I mean, we've been kind of in touch, texting like semi-regularly, but no. Yeah, she didn't tell me she was coming home or tell me she was there or anything. I just got there. It's like, told her, it's like, you need to give me a warning when you're here. She's like, well, you didn't give me any warning. You were coming from. You didn't give me any warning when you came over to my place in Portland, which is not true. I sent her a message on Snapchat with an image of my reservations, or my airline ticket information, like instantly the moment after I purchased it. To which point I was like, yeah, I did. I sent you a message before I even left Phoenix. Well, it wasn't much of a warning. I said, told you as soon as I got my tickets. I said, I kind of need to know if you're in the living room when I come home. I kind of need to know. I said, what if I just came home with a hooker? And she's like, oh man, the place I like to park is got no spots. Man, I don't want to smoke. I don't want to park in the toking section straight ahead. So I said, double back over here. Anyway, she laughed at that and was like, oh, I'd be really proud of you. I'd be impressed. I'm like, yeah, okay. Anyway, so long story short, daughter was there, spent some time hanging out and talking with her. Of course, she did nothing in the way of trying to help me out or clean or anything. Oh, God, hearing her stories of, just hearing, the more I hear about what she's doing, the more frustrated I am. But, I mean, she's back, still hasn't got her car back, planning on going back to Oregon, doo-da. I don't have time to explain anything else that happened. But when I woke up, she was apparently gone. The door to Lily's bedroom was open, and when I went to the bathroom earlier for falling asleep deeply, it was shut. So I'm assuming that means she left. I didn't go in to see if maybe she opened the door and just was sound asleep in there, but my guess is she had friends that she needed to go do stuff with, or some new sugar daddy she needed to hang out with. That's her thing now. She gets what she needs from sugar daddies. Wish I could get myself a sugar mama. That would be nice. I think I'm too old to make that happen now. Anyway, I gotta get my ass to work. Thank God I work here. God, the baddest my attendance has been lately. If I worked anywhere else, I'd surely be fired. And the funny thing is, I know when I get in here, it was so weird. Like it still strikes me as weird, considering how most jobs handle you showing up late. When I came in yesterday, magnet on the board in the south side TDR spot flipped upside down, meaning that I've been presumably assigned to that position, but upside down to indicate I'm not here yet. I didn't even flip it right side up. I figured if at some point Alex wanted to flip it right side up, she could do that. I just went there and she handed me a towel. She said, "Oh, good to see you." It's like, "Oh, good. You are here." And like, just where have you been or anything. I just told her I overslept. Whatever. So yeah, do it again. Anyway, hopefully today goes as good as yesterday did. Yesterday was a good day at work. Looking forward to it. Just wish I wouldn't have overslept. But I don't know. I feel awake. I feel alert. Ready for another day of being rolling around on my forklift and being Dan the TDR man.